Hi, and welcome to Learning BattleAces. This is the second time I'm playing the game, and I have a very important question strategically, namely, is it worth it expanding, or do you always win when you attack right away? So this game, I'm just checking my opponent. Does he expand? Does he expand? No, he doesn't, so I'm sending one guy out. Because if he had expanded, my plan is, if he expands, I will just build as many units as I can and attack. If I win with that, then expanding is not viable. If I lose with that, then you always have to expand. That was my initial logic that I'm trying. He doesn't expand, so I'm running in. Okay, 2 units. I don't understand. So I decide to build a resource base, so I'm not following my plan in this game actually. By the way, I've still not found the replay function. That's why I'm not looking at a replay, but a live recording of me playing. Now this game is... I just build units now. I built my resource base first, so I'm at a big advantage. I already killed 2 or 3 workers. But still I don't know if it's worth it sacrificing a crab for 2 or 3 workers. That's also something that I should find out. Just numerically, when am I ahead?
Are you sure?
So now this has become kind of a standard game.
Better get going.
I built some units. Attack. There for a moment I tried to spread them out a little bit to have a better concave in the moment of attacking. So now my idea is walk in, attack workers. And once I'm attacking workers, try to distract my opponent. And here I feel like I'm already stronger. So this game is super weird. I'm just winning. But I don't understand the units that he has. I don't understand their strengths. Okay, now he has more, I guess. So I walk back home. I have built tech, and I think my opponent has not built any tech. And here I feel like the big crabs who do this immense splash damage are insanely strong against these swarmy, tiny units. I'm so massively ahead now. He doesn't have any tech online. I've my expansion earlier, and I'm destroying his expansion. I killed a bunch of workers before. Yep. That's it, donezo's. I hope that next game I'm sticking to my plan and actually trying what I intended to try.
Units in combat.
I mean, this is hopeless. He's still trying to fight back by just spawning in single units. Which, if you think about it, can't work. Okay, so victory again. I still haven't lost a single game, which I was really surprised about. But it seems like when you learn Brood War and you're creeping around on the lower parts of the ladder, you're still a solid RTS player, actually. So here I'm trying this. My opponent is taking an expansion.
We can do it.
So just build as many units as you can and walk in. Spend all resources on units and walk in. And my theory is
Are they here? Better get going.
you should have more units, so it shouldn't be so my opponent shouldn't be able to defend, so I should win.
Are we ready?
In this game he has
Are you sure?
some strange unit that I have never seen before, and I win right away. So this game seems to support my theory that just attacking is superior, which shifts the meta towards you can't just take an expansion right away, which would make the game pretty boring. Yep.
Okay, we can do it.
Victory!
So I tried the same thing again. If my opponent takes an
Enemy is
expansion,
building a
which he
resource
does,
base.
then I try to type something. I try to learn how to communicate in this game because I find it boring that you can't. Ah, I'm adding ranged units in this game. I don't know why.
Are they here? Okay, we can hurry.
So I build as many units as I can and walk across the map.
Oh, are we ready? Are you sure? Move, shoot, cover. Hunter selected.
I mean, I built
location.
ranged units, but it feels like this is not viable as a strategy now. But maybe the problem is my micro and my adding ranged units. So now I've lost the game. So it seems like, okay, it was his unit choice that didn't allow him to take an expansion against the rush. And now that we have the same early game units, I mean, maybe it would have been a little different if I hadn't built a ranged unit. Because now I'm like insanely far behind. There's nothing I can do. I have no attack. And I have no expansion. Which would mean expanding is the right play with this kind of early game unit.
Resource base warmed up and working.
I'm trying to claw my way back in just by using fundamentals. Maybe I should have walked back now. I killed like 2 or 3 units. Now I'm trying to decide something. He sends in a couple of units. I think my opponent this opponent is better than the other ones. Yeah, I'm trying to win by decimating the economy, but I'm sacrificing quite a bit of units. So I feel like it doesn't save the day.
Resource base warmed up and working. Units reporting damage. You got a resource base taking fire. Cover it.
I have no attack and he has this splash damage melee unit.
Starting foundry.
Starting the foundry now is anti-timing, I guess. But even if I didn't do anything, I lost anyways.
Taking fire. Cover it. Workers under attack.
Yeah. So in this game it looks like expanding is the right call.
Keep your head up and bounce back.
So, next game, I'm expanding.
Enemy is building a resource
Yeah,
base
I'm
warmed
building
up
an
and
expansion,
working.
and my opponent is 2. So I'm doing what I did in my first day. I send out 2 crabs, see what he's doing, see if I can distract him, see if I can walk in and do some worker damage. Not sending in more units, but rather waiting and watching, because this way I can still decide to take an expansion. Oh, I get some damage. Nice. 2. I don't know how much
Units in combat.
money that even takes away from my opponent.
Starting foundry. Enemy tech is turning on. Be ready.
CR3 skittering. Now.
I'm playing a little differently from how I played day 1. I'm saving money and I'm trying to react a little more, but here I'm doing the same type of attack again
Resource base warmed up
and expanding.
Units under attack.
One leg at a time. Eat crabs.
Enemy is building a resource base. Units engaged.
Trying to do some economic damage again. Hoping that in the long run this will kick me forward, but I'm sacrificing quite a few units to do so.
Units reporting damage.
So it's probably not worth it.
Foundry ready.
I have to check. Next game I have to check how much income do I have per
Units in
worker,
combat.
and how long does it take to rebuild a worker. To get a rough estimate on how much money does a crab cost, how much money does a worker generate until it's rebuilt.
Are you sure?
So here again I'm trying to run in with one unit, while at the same time attacking the front. My opponent is already retreating. This is strange. Okay, here's air units. So I need to pull back because I have no anti-air whatsoever. Which doesn't matter because I dealt so much economic damage
Units resource base warmed up and
that I can just now build anti-air units
units reporting
with the
damage.
next wave. But this recall guy
We can do it.
just is so weak against everything I have. Okay, this is over. So this game I expanded.
Every win is earned. Bravo.
So how about this game? I see her, wasp, her, different
Resource
unit,
base
her.
warmed up and working.
Expansion? My opponent is not taking an expansion. I send one unit to Scout right away, which I probably shouldn't do because I know already that I will be attacked. So this is a very
Units in
fast,
combat.
swarmy unit.
Crabs select. Crabs moving. Crabs attacking. Crab attack.
Okay, I have no chance against this onslaught in small swarmy units. So I guess with the unit my opponent has, attacking right away is superior. So it's more complicated than I thought,
Exposed
but
rear. Workers down.
it has a lot to do with your starting unit, I guess. I have to be honest, I'm not so sure about this kind of game design.
We are
Anyways, thanks for watching.
Workers.
Maybe I will post another StarCraft video next time. See you, bye bye.
Workers under attack.
Oh, how do I concede? Ah, concede.
Keep your head up and bounce back.